Welcome to Phil Wilson Chats with Celebrities. And here's your host, Phil Wilson.
Platinum-selling Brit and Ivor Novello award-winning hip-hop and rap pioneer and 90s icon Betty Boo is back just like a boomerang with a brand new spanking new tour for 2025 and the reissue of Boomania and am I saying that right? It's
Yes.
Betty Boo, which is re-released on coloured vinyl, CD and also cassette. And after returning to the spotlight in 2022 after a 30-year hiatus, it's like Betty's never been away. And Betty joins us now to tell us all about her journey so far since her return. How are you doing, Betty?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, it's lovely to see you again, yes. And you've still got your nice sparkly background there. And I love, for listeners there, I've just got to describe it, the sparkly background's there. And now we've got like pictures of Betty Boo in all of our outfits there with our leopard skin there and all that. And it looks absolutely fantastic. So yes, listeners, you'll have to check out this interview on celebtv.co.uk afterwards. Now, what's the reaction been like since you actually came back with your new music? And are you surprised by a new following of Boomanians?
It's been amazing. So much so, I thought I'd celebrate 35 years of Boomania because it's been, that long. And so as you mentioned, the reissues of my CDs and my album Boomania and Grr, I can't actually roll my R's.
The Grr. I had to rehearse that one a few times.
You do it so well.
Thank you.
It's been fantastic. So, I've had 2 new albums and I thought I'd reintroduce my new following to my old stuff as well. So, and celebrate it with the tour. So that's where I am.
Which is fantastic because I remember when I spoke to you last year, I think had you been to Shepherd's Bush? Was it Shepherd's Bush you'd been performing when you were like doing a launch?
Yes. What was I doing there? I'm from Shepherd's Bush.
Was it the year before you did that?
Yeah, I did a show last year in Islington Assembly Hall.
Right.
That was the big show, headline show. Which was amazing. Just I had an amazing time. Everyone turned out for that and had a great time. So, just been kind of getting ready for the performing and all that kind of thing and just very excited.
Yeah, and talking about your debut album, which was, of course, Boomania, it was released in September 1990, which was produced by King John, who were Rex Bruff and John Coxon. Now, for listeners not knowing about that particular album at the moment, they'll definitely recognise the tunes. What was it like recording the album, and which tracks did you have most fun recording back in 1990?
Well, I actually produced them as well with they were co-producers, but I started writing Boomania in my bedroom because I'd just finished doing the Hey DJ record with the Beatmasters, and so I got a publishing deal and a new record deal with Rhythm King, which was the Beatmasters label. So what I did is I bought a load of equipment, samplers, a sequencer, and a full track machine, microphone, etc., set up a studio in my bedroom when I was still living at home with my mum. And I started writing the Boomania album. And Doin the Do is the first song I wrote, Where Are You Baby the second. And I thought, basically I was just discovering my sound and, and basically executing all my ideas and hearing them back. And that's how Boomania happened. And then before I knew it, like 6 months later, because it would have been May, Doin the Do came out after that. And, it was just blew up, and then it started off in the clubs, actually. So we mailed them out to all the DJs and everything. And it got such a great reaction that they decided to put it out as a single. in a way, the rest is history. You know, it started a journey, and Boomania and Betty Boo was launched on the scene.
That's right, and thank goodness for that as well, because we definitely needed Betty Boo, and we still do today as well, especially with the music that's in the charts at the moment. We need a bit of Betty Boo mania going on there across the UK and around the world. Now, what songs from the album Boomania are the most requested when you're on stage? I know that you're about to go on stage for 2025, but over the years, what has been the one that they've said, you know, come on, Betty, can you sing this one?
Well, everyone loves Doin the Do, because it's like, it was it was the big song that launched me. And also, you know, I think what I love the most is that people rap back Doin the Do back at me. So I'm very impressed with that, first of all, because it's a very fast rap. But what I can see is amazing, that people have memorized it, and it's sort of ingrained in their head. And Where Are You Baby as well is great, because it's got that kind of 60s feel as well. And I don't know, everyone just loves singing along to it, which is fantastic for me when I'm on stage, because, you know, that's the real buzz when you hear people singing back your songs. And when it all started off actually in my bedroom, and me not knowing that anything would ever happen, I didn't really have a plan, you know. It was more to do with, I was just this little girl writing tunes in my room. So the fact that it just blew up, and 1990 was a great year.
An excellent year as well. Excellent year for music. Now, I do particularly like Doin the Do, and you wouldn't believe this, I actually call my wife Betty Boo, would you believe? And I have for many years, and it's because of you for some reason. So I'll go, Betty Boo, what are you doing? So there you go, a bit of a compliment for you there. I don't call her that when she's being nasty. Only when she's being nice. Because you're lovely, you see. You're lovely.
Is it?
It is, yes. Betty Boo, they're doing the do. Now, is there any tracks on the album which actually hold a very special memory for you from Boomania?
Well, I suppose, I mean, I'm kind of stating the obvious here. I mean, Doin the Do for me, because it was basically the song that I realised I could write songs. It was one of those revelations, and the fact that I was discovering this new technology, like sampling beats, and it was just the biggest thing that had ever happened to me, because I was thinking, oh, you know, I can loop those break beats. I'll loop that, put that down, put a bass line on, put a keyboard on, and somehow it just happened, and I no idea how it happened, but you know, it was just a chance for me to just express how I was feeling and what I really wanted to do musically. So for that reason, that and Where Are You Baby definitely were the tracks that gave me that confidence to move forward and to do what I was doing. So
yeah, fantastic tunes as well. Now, do you have any memorable TV performances, as Boomania was everywhere? I saw it everywhere. I'm sure I saw it on MTV and places like that. And it was like, you know, it was never off the music channels.
No, it was everywhere, wasn't it? And, you know, I think the day I heard it on EastEnders in the CAF, I think that was
right.
I just thought,
great.
That was fun. That was the thing as well that everyone used to say, if you've heard it in the EastEnders CAF, you've made it.
Exactly, that's right. Exactly. Excellent. Now, the album Boomania spurned the hits, like I say, Hey DJ, I Can't Dance to the Music You're Playing with the Beatmasters, also Doin the Do, and Where Are You Baby, and also 24 Hours. And after the success of that particular album, Boomania, was to continue in 1992 with the release of the album Grrr. Rehearse that again. It's Betty Boo, produced this time by John Coxon, and the single Let Me Take You There, which is a absolutely great driving tune. Da, 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 da. Come on, let me take you. Do. Absolutely amazing. What was it like going back into the studio to record after the success of Boomania?
Well, it was, I have to admit, I did have that feeling of, oh, what am I going to do? But I just signed an amazing record deal with Warner Brothers. So I was signed to a major, and this was like big business,
Yeah, wow, yes,
It
definitely.
was. But I was producing records with John, and we basically used to go into the studio every day and just mess around with records and see where, we used to call them doodles, basically. Like you'd have a
Yeah,
little idea, and I was sort of listening to these old tunes, and we listened to this Four Top sample, and it's just at the end. There's this little kind of vocal hook that it's on the fade actually that most people wouldn't
yes,
hear.
that's right. Yes, yes.
So we looped that up, put a break beat on it, and everything, and then what happened was I took it away and just made it into a little kind of a 2 minute section,
Yeah,
and it was a very sunny day, and I was at my flat when I was living in London, and just got into the lift, and I just started singing this melody because I'd been listening to it so much, the song.
yeah.
And I started singing, "Come on, let me take you there. This is something we can share." I thought,
Wow.
oh, this is good. So yeah, and that's how that came about. And then I wrote the raps, and then back into the studio, and we just built the track up, and it was a lovely track to make because we started because John was a very good musician, so we put lots of lovely guitar on there and
Yeah,
lots of live instruments, which was very different for me at the
yes,
time. But I still kept that sort of breakbeaty hip hop flavor in there as well. So,
yeah,
which is what I love doing, and I think that's all my influences in one place.
yeah. It's a great summary tune as well. Was it released in the summer?
It was. It was
Yes.
released in the summer, and for me, I was really inspired by. There was an advert. I don't know if anyone remembers, but it was a Levi's advert
Right.
where they had a song where it's all about the boy, and this guy goes into all these different swimming pools in LA or
Right.
somewhere in Beverly Hills, and it was kind of in slow motion. And as I was thinking about this song, I was just thinking about, just like a pool party, being by the
Yeah.
beach, so it's all of these things sort of helped me kind of bring these ideas together and write the raps and get the mood of it, and even the video had that kind of feel to it, kind of a Hollywood 50s feel. So,
Yeah.
and in fact, the girl who directed the video is Ray Fiennes' sister, Sophie.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so that was quite a thing because I hadn't heard of Ray Fiennes before then. It's like, oh yeah, I've got some film thing in the business, in their family. So that was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a great summer tune as well. We'll definitely be playing that
Mhm.
all summer long. I know that. Now, which tracks do you get asked to perform from that particular album? From
Well,
Grrr.
that one, Let Me Take You There for sure. And there's some other ones like Hangover, which is like, it's got a country influence on there.
Yeah.
And actually, I was thinking now that everyone's trying to put country music into their music, it wasn't
Yeah.
considered to be that cool back in 1992, but I was mixing it with rap even then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad, I'm
Ahead
really
of the
very
game.
proud. Yeah, I was very proud of that song. And again, it had some beautiful strings in there and lovely um, live instruments. It was such a nice thing to be able to play with beautiful musicians, and just it was a different sound altogether, but beautifully made. Really lovely.
And the track, one of the tracks that I actually like is "Wish You Were Here." That's another fine track there with a great rap. Is it
Mm.
one of your favourites too?
Yeah, I mean, they're all kind of little babies of mine, little
Yeah.
pets. But I haven't heard. I mean, it's funny because I've had to listen to all these songs recently because with all of the reissues. I've had to listen to test pressings and make sure they're okay. So
Of
I've had to
course.
listen very, very sort of carefully and closely to all of them to make sure that they've still retained the quality. And, when you get test pressings, there could be a glitch or something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I revisited that song and I really like it as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. And it'll sound great on the vinyl as well. If there's any with a squiggle coming my way for Phil Wilson's Vine Revival, would be very much appreciated.
Okay, we'll sort that out.
Excellent. I thought I'd drop that one in there while we're talking about the albums there. Now, following the highly successful release of Boomerang and Rip Up the Rulebook, you're about to set on a UK tour. Are you looking forward to it? And do you still get nervous about going on stage? Because that's what, that makes you just, gives you a bit of energy, doesn't it, I think?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's my first tour ever, which is absolutely
Wow.
crazy. I know. I used to do loads of PAs back in the day when
Yes.
I was Betty Boo, but that was because of the style of the music. It was clubby and pop at the same time. There wasn't a tour really around that sort of music.
No.
And management, I wasn't really managed. And nowadays, if I was around now, I'd be micromanaged and I'd be out on, they'd be putting me out there and doing all sorts of things. But and then I stopped, and then I just thought, well, maybe one day I'll do it again. So here I am, 35 years later, not knowing. When I was a 20-year-old, I didn't think, well, maybe when I'm 55, I'll be going out there still doing the do, doing my thing. So for me, it's an absolute privilege to be here and to be able to reconnect with everybody and just see everybody, get my boo on,
Yeah. It is. It's excellent, and this is the perfect time as well. A lot of people are into the '90s stuff because that is just the top of fashion now, kind of thing. Musically and it's across all ages as well. So yes, you've definitely made your return at the right time.
Yeah, well, it helps with my dressing style because I haven't really moved away from the 90s, so it's like easier for me in the mornings.
Yeah. So it's a good job you kept everything in the wardrobe there, ready for your return. Excellent. Yeah, Boomania is definitely out and about right now. Now, what can audiences expect on your tour, and will there be any surprises?
Oh, surprises. I don't think there'll be any surprises, but it'll be a great show. We'll be going, it'll be a big 90s party, going back in time with my tunes, and I'll be performing some of my latest stuff as well, which, even though it's new, it's still got that 90s flavor, I think.
It has.
And it's updated. So everything really sounds great together. And all my songs are very uplifting. They're not, I won't be doing any ballads or stripped back stuff.
No.
I don't want anyone to fall asleep. So I want everyone to be jumping and just having the best time. And, it's just going to be a great party. And I've got some sort of hip hop beats in there as well, so it'll just be jumping.
Excellent. A massive party atmosphere. And will people be having all of the glow sticks and everything, do you think?
Well, if they bring them along.
Our whistles welcome. Can you imagine it? You're on stage and everyone's got the whistles going. You're going, how? I can't
hear myself think. You got to stop.
That's right. That's right. I've got to remember all the raps.
Yeah, quiet guys.
That's right. Yeah, definitely no auto cue at your gigs. I know that for sure, because you'll be jumping around yourself, I bet, Betty.
Yeah, will be. I can't help it. You can't just stand there and not do anything.
No.
Because everything's sort of at good tempo, and because it's funky, and I just you can't stop but nod your head, or at least anyway. So.
And do you have anybody doing any mixing there live at all?
No, not on this one.
Right.
I've got a Bouette with me who's going to be
Right.
hyping everybody up, and she's a really good friend of mine as well. So we'll be having fun on stage together. There won't be any. There'll be a bit of dancing, a bit of just having a great time.
Excellent. And whereabouts are you going to be visiting on your tour?
Well, I'm starting in Dover and going all over the country, all the way up to Glasgow and Edinburgh. I think Hull. There's 15 dates in total, and
Wow.
if anyone, I might be in a town near you, and anyone listening. So I'm in the northeast as well. But if anyone wants to see where I am, they can check out officialbettyboo.com. That's where all the info is, and then anyone wants to look at my special edition CDs and vinyls that I've got on offer. Just take a look, just have a look, and hopefully see you out on tour.
That's right. You've got the full collection there on your website there. Boomania, it's Betty Boo, and also Rip Up the Rule Book. And before I forget, Boomerang as well. As I look at me notes there.
It's where I keep everything in one place, So it's really, it's easy for anyone if they want to have a look and just to see if they fancy any of it. It's.
That's right. It's a one-stop shop as well. And the cassettes are making a comeback now as well, which is just amazing. So you've got all the bases covered there. And the vinyl as well. Did you have a choice in the colour of the vinyl?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There was a process that went with it.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting when you do things like this because you just go, oh, I like that. It's like having a new bathroom fitted.
I bet it is, yes.
I love that one.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I will look forward to putting that on the turntable as well. And I bet it's bizarre for yourself going, in 1990, I bet you actually had a copy of your own record, but you probably never played it. But now, I bet you when you got a hold of your albums there, repressed, I bet you had a listen.
True. It's true. I probably didn't play my own vinyl.
No. Excellent. Yeah, we're going to really look forward to putting the needle on the record and obviously getting the good old tape machines out as well. Now, can listeners get tickets for your tour as well from the official bettyboo.com site as well?
Yeah, so it's got all the details on there. It's got all the links for all the different venues and it's all there, all available on officialbettyboo.com.
Excellent. Well, Betty, you're not going to believe it. We've run out of time once again.
I know.
So hopefully we'll catch up again soon. And would you like to come on the show again, or have I frightened you away?
Oh, definitely. Just have me back anytime.
Excellent. Well, all the best to you. And please could you introduce Betty Boo doing the do?
So this is Betty Boo doing the do.
That's excellent. Well, thanks very much and all the best for the tour. And we'll catch up with you again soon. All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.